Your wardrobe isn't what you think it is. Every morning you get dressed, trusting fabric that sits against your skin for 16 hours straight. That trust is misplaced. Independent lab testing has found lead, cadmium, formaldehyde, and hormone-disrupting chemicals in everyday clothing from brands you recognize. Health Canada recalled products with 20 times the allowable lead limit. These chemicals don't wash out, they absorb in. Today I'm exposing 8 clothing brands linked to contamination and giving you 4 safer alternatives that actually protect aging skin. Number 1. Shein. You've scrolled through their app. You've filled your cart. You've worn their clothes against your skin day after day, trusting that something so widely available must be safe. That trust has been betrayed in ways most customers never discover. In 2021, Health Canada issued a recall for a Shein toddler coat after laboratory testing revealed lead levels nearly 20 times the legal limit. This wasn't a minor deviation. This was catastrophic contamination in a garment designed for a child. And the testing didn't stop there. CBC Marketplace partnered with the University of Toronto that same year and found lead, PFS, and phthalates in Shein clothing and accessories, including garments marketed to adults. Think about what this means for your body right now. Every time you pull on that cardigan, that blouse, those leggings, you're pressing fabric treated with unknown chemical cocktails directly against skin that has fundamentally changed. After 40, your skin barrier thins. It repairs more slowly. It absorbs more of what touches it. The protection you once had has weakened, and Shein's manufacturing has not adapted to protect you. This company built its empire on speed. Thousands of new styles uploaded weekly, garments designed, manufactured, and shipped in days. Chemical safety testing requires time. Shein refuses to spend. Supplier oversight requires investment. Shein refuses to make. The formula here isn't fashion. It's mass production with your health as an acceptable casualty. You feel dryness you can't explain, irritation that appears from nowhere, rashes that come and go without pattern. You've blamed your age. You've blamed menopause. You've blamed everything except the fabric sitting against your skin all day long, the burning, the tightness, the inflammation that won't calm down. This isn't your body failing you. This is contaminated clothing attacking compromised skin hour after hour. Number 2, Temu. The prices seem impossible because they are. Dresses for $8, sweaters for $12, complete outfits for less than lunch. You've wondered how they do it. The answer should terrify you. In 2025, NBC News, the University of Toronto, and Greenpeace released testing results that expose exactly what you're getting for those rock-bottom prices. 15 to 25% of clothing items tested from Temu contained lead, cadmium, phthalates, and formaldehyde exceeding safety recommendations. 1 in 4 garments failed chemical safety standards. Picture yourself getting dressed tomorrow morning. You reach for that soft top from Temu. You pull it over your head. You smooth it across your chest, your stomach, your back. Then you wear it for the next 14 hours, through your morning coffee, through your workday, through dinner, through the evening. Invisible chemicals sitting against your skin all day, every day. Your body temperature rises and falls. You sweat lightly. Friction occurs with every movement. Each of these factors increases chemical absorption through your skin, and your skin at 50, 60, 70 absorbs more readily than it did at 25. The barrier function that once kept toxins out has diminished. Hormonal shifts have thinned the protective layers. What sits against you gets into you. Temu's manufacturing philosophy treats chemical testing as an obstacle to profit rather than protection for customers. These garments pass through no meaningful safety screening before landing in your closet. The irritation you feel isn't sensitive skin. It's your body responding to chemical assault. The dryness that moisturizer won't fix isn't aging. It's barrier breakdown caused by repeated exposure to substances your skin was never designed to handle. Number 3, Romwe, different name, different website, different marketing, same contamination. Romwe operates under Shein's ownership, sharing the exact manufacturing network and supplier ecosystem that produced garments with 20 times the legal lead limit. When CBC Marketplace tested clothing from Shein-owned platforms in 2021, they found elevated lead, PFAS, and phthalates across the board. The brand name changed. The chemical exposure didn't. Same factories, same chemicals, different label. You may have discovered Romwe because Shein felt too young, too trendy, too obvious. Romwe positioned itself as slightly more mature, slightly more sophisticated. The marketing worked. The safety didn't change. Your skin doesn't care which website you ordered from. It only responds to what touches it. And what touches it when you wear Romwe clothing comes from the same facilities that triggered government recalls and failed independent laboratory testing. Heat accelerates chemical release from fabric. Sweat creates pathways for absorption. Friction breaks down whatever protective finish might exist between contaminated material and your vulnerable skin. Every time you move, bend, reach, sit, stand, those chemicals migrate from fabric to body. Your thinning postmenopausal skin offers diminishing resistance. The barrier that once stood strong now admits what it should reject. The company that makes these clothes knows this. They continue manufacturing unchanged. Number 4, Zaful. The ultra-fast fashion supply chain operates like a single organism with multiple heads. Zaful connects to the same Chinese manufacturing networks as Shein and ROMWE, utilizing identical chemical dye systems and fabric finishing techniques. Greenpeace International's 2021 textile chemical investigations identified hazardous dye residues, heavy metals, and phthalates across ultra-fast fashion brands, including Zaful. The contamination isn't accidental, it's systemic. Cheap fabric carries an expensive health cost your receipt never shows. The dress that cost $19 extracts payment from your body over months and years of wear. Long-term dermal exposure to these chemicals increases risk of contact dermatitis, chronic inflammation, and immune disruption. Your mature skin already navigates hormonal volatility, thinning collagen, and slower cellular turnover. Adding chemical aggression to that equation accelerates every negative change you're already fighting against. Zaful's manufacturing prioritizes profit margins over your well-being. They haven't reformulated for aging skin. They haven't invested in cleaner dyes. They haven't established meaningful chemical safety testing. The formula that makes their clothing so cheap makes your skin pay the difference. That persistent itch, that unexplained redness, that sensation of irritation that never fully resolves. You've assumed these are symptoms of getting older. They may be symptoms of getting dressed in contaminated fabric every single day. Number 5, Wish. The marketplace model creates perfect conditions for chemical contamination to flourish undetected. Thousands of sellers, millions of products, virtually no safety oversight. When CBC Marketplace and the University of Toronto tested garments purchased from Wish in 2021, they detected lead, phthalates, and PFAS. These aren't obscure chemicals with theoretical risks. These are known toxins with documented effects on human health, hidden in clothing marketed as affordable fashion, a bargain that quietly taxes your body with every wear. Your skin absorbs chemicals faster as it thins with age. What took decades to penetrate younger, thicker, more resilient skin now passes through in hours. The systemic exposure compounds. Heavy metals accumulate. Endocrine disruptors interfere with hormonal processes already destabilized by menopause. You're fighting battles on multiple fronts while wearing the enemy against your skin. Wish doesn't manufacture these garments. They simply provide the platform for unvetted sellers to reach you directly. This removes accountability entirely. When contamination occurs, no single party takes responsibility. The seller disappears. The platform disclaims. And you're left with chemical-laden clothing and no recourse. The heaviness you feel after wearing these garments isn't fabric weight. It's your body responding to intrusion. The pull against your skin isn't poor fit. It's irritation building beneath the surface. Number 6. AliExpress, third-party clothing sellers. An enormous marketplace with little enforcement of chemical safety testing creates Russian roulette for your skin. CBC Marketplace's 2021 testing found heavy metals and endocrine disruptors in garments purchased from AliExpress. Thousands of independent sellers operate on this platform with wildly varying manufacturing standards and virtually no accountability for chemical safety compliance. You never truly know what you're wearing when you buy from AliExpress clothing sellers. The product listing shows style, color, size. It doesn't show lead content. It doesn't show phthalate levels. It doesn't show whether formaldehyde was used in finishing. You make purchasing decisions based on appearance while remaining blind to chemical composition. Repeated skin contact creates cumulative exposure that builds invisibly over months and years. For mature skin already managing inflammatory aging and hormonal shifts, this cumulative chemical burden accelerates decline. Hormone balance becomes harder to maintain. Inflammatory responses intensify. The skin barrier weakens further with each assault. You're aging faster than you should because of what you're wearing against your body every day. The creasing, the dryness, the sensitivity that seems to worsen despite every cream and serum you apply. Your skincare routine fights uphill against clothing that undermines every product you use. Number 7, Forever 21 Mall familiarity bred dangerous trust. You walked past those bright storefronts for years. You picked through clearance racks. You assumed a brand this visible must meet basic safety standards. That assumption crumbled in 2017 when the U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission issued a recall for Forever 21 accessories due to excessive lead levels. Lead in jewelry, sold to teenagers and their mothers without warning. A mall staple hiding toxic secrets beneath its mainstream facade. Lead exposure is cumulative. Your body doesn't flush it efficiently. It accumulates in bones, disrupts neurological function, destabilizes immune response, and damages skin barrier function. Every exposure adds to your total burden. Every piece of contaminated jewelry or clothing you've worn over the years contributed to a load your body still carries. Forever 21's heavy use of chemical dyes and synthetic fabrics extends contamination risk beyond accessories to garments themselves. The brand positioned itself as fast fashion for everyone, accessible and affordable. The cost hidden beneath that accessibility was your health. The tightness you feel when wearing certain pieces isn't unflattering cut. It's skin reacting to chemical aggression. The burning sensation that fades after you undress isn't imagination. It's inflammation subsiding when exposure ends. Number 8. Primark Comfort Clothing. Quietly harming your skin with every cozy night in. Primark built its reputation on affordable basics, the soft pajamas and loungewear you reach for when you want to relax. In 2019, European Union RAPEX safety alerts documented formaldehyde detection in Primark sleepwear above safety thresholds. The garments designed for your most vulnerable hours, when skin repairs and regenerates, contained chemicals that undermine those exact processes. Formaldehyde isn't just a chemical with an unpleasant name. It's a known irritant, linked to skin reactions, respiratory issues, and increased inflammation. Wrinkle-resistant processing uses formaldehyde-based treatments to maintain fabric appearance. The trade-off is your health. You wear these pajamas 8 hours nightly. Your skin presses against formaldehyde-treated fabric while you sleep, while your body attempts restoration that the chemical exposure actively disrupts. Aging skin responds to formaldehyde exposure with heightened sensitivity. The irritation cycles, the dryness deepens, the inflammatory response persists. You wake wondering why your skin looks tired despite full nights of rest. The answer may be lying in your pajama drawer, marketed as comfort while delivering chemical assault through the night. Primark's formulation prioritizes wrinkle-free appearance over your skin's integrity. They haven't changed this. They're betting you won't notice. Now, I want to be clear. I have no affiliation, sponsorship, or partnership with any of the brands I'm about to recommend. These recommendations come from research and personal experience only. If you're finding this information valuable, please subscribe so you don't miss future videos protecting your health and your choices. Packed your skin. Finally encounters fabric designed with its vulnerability in mind. Pact uses GOTS-certified organic cotton and maintains low chemical dye standards that stand in stark contrast to everything you've just learned. This isn't marketing language. GOTS certification requires third-party verification of organic fiber content and chemical processing standards. Dermatology publications frequently recommend Pact for sensitive skin because the brand's transparency extends beyond claims to documented practices. After wearing garments that may have contained lead, formaldehyde, and hormone disruptors, Pact offers genuine relief. The softness you feel isn't achieved through chemical finishing that compromises your health. The comfort is clean. Your dry, sensitive, thinning, menopausal skin finally touches fabric formulated with protection rather than profit as the priority. The honest limitation is price. Pact costs more than Shein, more than Temu, more than the ultra-fast fashion brands that externalize their true costs onto your body. You'll pay for safety up front rather than paying for contamination through accumulated health damage over years. The investment makes sense when you understand what you're actually buying. Organic basics. Chemical-free clothing becomes possible through certifications that actually mean something. Organic Basics carries both Oecotex and GOTS fabric certifications, indicating low chemical finishing and transparent sourcing practices. Oecotex Standard 100 certification specifically tests for harmful substances and sets strict limits on what can exist in finished products. For irritation-prone skin and fragrance sensitivity that intensify during and after menopause, Organic Basics provides measurable relief. You're not guessing about chemical content. You're not hoping manufacturing practices protected you. You're wearing garments tested and certified to meet safety standards the contaminated brands ignore entirely. The limitation is style variety. Organic Basics prioritizes basics and essentials over trend-driven fashion. You won't find thousands of new styles uploaded weekly. You'll find foundational pieces designed for repeated wear against skin that deserves protection. The trade-off between endless variety and verified safety becomes obvious once you understand what that variety actually costs. Booty Bamboo Viscose, processed under closed-loop chemical systems, offers your fragile, aging skin protection. The contaminated brands never considered. Providing. Booty maintains Ecotex certification and designs with hypoallergenic principles that acknowledge your skin's changed needs. Dermatologists recommend this brand specifically for loungewear and undergarments that sit closest to your most sensitive areas. The difference becomes apparent immediately. Sleepwear that doesn't irritate through the night. Undergarments that don't create unexplained itching. Basics that work with your body instead of against it. For skin already managing menopausal changes, this absence of chemical aggression allows healing that contaminated clothing continuously interrupted. Minimal fashion-forward styles represent the limitation. Booty focuses on functional comfort rather than statement pieces. You won't refresh your entire wardrobe here. You'll replace the items that touch your skin most directly with options verified safe for bodies that can no longer afford chemical exposure. Eileen Fisher Elegant. Mature women deserve safe luxury that respects both their style preferences and their skin's vulnerability. Eileen Fisher maintains strong chemical testing standards, traceable supply chains, and organic fabric sourcing that earn Blue Sign and GOTS certifications. This isn't affordable fashion. This is investment dressing for women who understand that true cost includes health impact. The sophistication you want exists without the contamination you've unknowingly accepted from cheaper alternatives. Premium pricing reflects the actual cost of ethical manufacturing, thorough chemical testing, and supply chain accountability that contaminated brands eliminate to offer impossible prices. Premium pricing is the limitation, and it's significant. Eileen Fisher pieces cost substantially more than fast fashion alternatives. The question becomes whether you can afford not to invest in verified, safe clothing when you now understand what cheap fashion actually costs your body. For mature women who've earned the ability to prioritize quality over quantity, this brand offers protection that matches its elegance. What to do with this information now? Stop wearing contaminated clothing against your skin immediately. Go through your closet, identify pieces from the 8 brands you've just learned about. Remove them from rotation, especially items worn closest to your body, especially sleepwear, undergarments, and basics worn daily. Don't donate contamination. Dispose of it. Replace essentials first. Undergarments, pajamas, pieces that press against your skin for extended hours. Invest in certified safe alternatives, even if you can only afford a few pieces initially. Your skin barrier cannot afford continued chemical assault while you wait for sales. Read labels going forward. Look for GOTS certification. Look for OECO-TEX Standard 100. These aren't perfect guarantees, but they represent third-party verification that the contaminated brands refuse to pursue. Make informed choices with every purchase. Your skin has changed. The fashion industry hasn't changed with it. That mismatch has cost you in ways you're only beginning to understand. Take back control of what touches your body. Make every piece of clothing earn its place against your skin. Watch another video on this channel to learn what else might be secretly harming your health. Subscribe so you never miss information that protects you. Stay safe. Protect your skin.